Hi, I'm Manny, and welcome to the second episode of Manny's Meals. Today's Wednesday, the 27th, the day before Thanksgiving. I just want to give everybody a happy Thanksgiving Eve. Hopefully, you're with your families, your friends, and if you're at work, hey, at least you're on YouTube watching this cooking show. So make sure to like and subscribe. And I personally have been cooking all day, so I don't feel like teaching y'all how to cook anything. I'm going to teach y'all how to do something quick, something simple, and something fun and very enjoyable at the end of the day. So all you're going to need today is shredded mozzarella, parsley flakes, crushed red pepper, and get you some everything bagel or some Romano Asiago and mix it together. Or if not, you can go down to your local HEB or Kroger and find a mix of it. So everything plus Romano Asiago. Some marinara if you choose to dip, a loaf of your choosing, whether that be French bread, baguette. This is a 3 cheese semolina loaf with Asiago, Parmesan, and Romano. Yes, I had to read it. And some butter of your choosing. It can be any type of butter, country crock, Irish gold. We use a private selection from Kroger. It is a butter that is infused with garlic, Parmesan, and basil. And we believe it's going to give it that bold kick to that aftertaste. Ooh. All right, so once you have all your ingredients, all you need is a baking tray, parchment paper, or if you're not going to use any parchment paper, feel free to use a bacon spray or just put a little bit of oil on it. I mean, to each its own, it all works. All right, so first we want to start with our loaf. Be sure to wash your hands. We already washed our hands. All right, get your serrated knife, known as a bread knife, and cut you off that end. I personally love the ends, and we'll just slice it like some bread. All right, so we have just finished cutting about half the loaf. We're only gonna do a few pieces just to show y'all how it's done. And like I said, I mean, if you want to use a different type of cheese, a different type of seasoning, feel free, get creative. I mean, that's what it's all about is exploring new flavors and how to combine those and how they pair well with each other. So it all depends on your palate, but most importantly is that it tastes good. Not just good, great. So we'll go ahead and get a couple pieces of our loaf. Set that to the side. You want to get your butter. And this, I mean, I want to try it without putting it on the bread, so feel free. All right, garlic, parmesan, notes of basil. Oh yeah, definitely gonna go well. And if your butter's too hard, feel free to leave it out before you start your prepping. That way it spreads easier. This one was in the truck with me, so it's not too cold. All right, nice even spread on there. Make sure you get in those grooves. Yeah, so make sure you get inside those grooves. And I mean, this is a perfect baked bread. Whenever you see, I'm gonna just call it holes or almost like Swiss cheese. That's how you know it's baked well because it gets all that aeration in there. So whenever you check your bread, make sure to squeeze it. You see how it rises? So you know you got a good loaf. Or when it was baked. Don't trust that date. All right, once you have finished evenly spreading the butter on your loaf, go ahead and grab your Romano Asiago and everything, and you can buy these in two separate bottles. So if you're like, hey, I don't know where to get that, why can I make it too? Just go get some Romano Asiago. It's by the Parmesan, and get some everything bagel, some everything seasoning, which is in the slice aisle. So go ahead and coat that nice and evenly, just like this. And that looks beautiful. All right, so you spread that nice and evenly. Next, you'll want to get your mozzarella cheese. Sprinkle that across. If you want more of a cheese pull, you should add a little more. And the more cheese, the better, right? Everybody loves cheese. All right. So once you have your butter, your everything, your Romano Asiago, you have your mozzarella on top. Next, we want to throw this in the oven. So go ahead and place this on your baking tray with parchment paper, or not. If you don't have it, use foil. Use whatever you want, and you can even use an air fryer. In fact, I recommend using this in the air fryer. It gives it a better burnt crisp to the top of the mozzarella. Nice and charred, nice and bubbly. So go ahead and lay those out. That looks good. So instead of rolls this year, instead of cornbread, you're gonna go with not your mama's cheesy bread. All right. So we come right over here. Place that on the center rack in the middle. And we already had this preheated to 350. And we're just gonna put a timer on that for about 6 minutes, 7 minutes, but we're gonna watch it. We want to make sure we watch the top, make sure it gets nice and bubbly, nice and charred, and then we'll take it out and we'll try it. All right, so our bread has just finished. We've had that on 350 for about 12 minutes. We did raise it from 7 to 12, so just be sure you're watching it. Like I said, we'll go over here to our oven, turn off our timer. Oh, that looks beautiful. Look, there you have it. Oh, I'm gonna drop the meal. All right, so we'll go ahead and lay that down. We will put a towel underneath because we don't want to burn our olive. Hey, man. Oh, look what we have in the house. I smell this from the street. Yo, Effie, Mr. Blake Kelly. Hello, how are you doing?
Baby. How are you?
Pretty good. So look who just surprised us. Where's Brad at? I know. Hey, we got the dough. We got the dough. So two surprise guests. We have Mr. Blake Kelly and Miss Effie Best, two reality stars. So y'all be sure to follow them at their social media handles down below. And yeah, stay tuned for some exciting announcements from them on when you can watch them. Yes. All right, perfect. We all showed up at the perfect time.
And you know, when I came back home to Beaumont, I had to come to Manny's melting pot for sure.
Hey,
I've been waiting to try this for months, man.
Hey, y'all been hearing about Manny's melting pot?
Yeah, so man, it smells amazing, but dude, before we take a bite, I want to know what's in this thing. It looks loaded down.
All right, so you can use a French bread. Here we have a premium loaf with Parmesan baked into it. We have an infused butter with garlic, basil, and Parmesan. We then top that off with some everything plus Parmesan Asiago.
Okay.
And then some shredded mozzarella. And now we're just going to finish it off.
All right.
So, I mean, if y'all want to watch me finish this off.
Yeah, I do.
Get the final touches. So we want to get some more of the same season we already used, the everything and the Romano Asiago.
Okay.
So we just sprinkle a little bit of that on top.
Come on, baby.
Come on.
It's like Christmas.
So we want you to taste layers, you know?
Yes.
The layers.
So can you like get creative and like add meat?
Oh yeah, absolutely, definitely.
Okay.
If you want to turn your marinara into a meat sauce or get some, some pan sausage, some Italian sausage, some ground beef. I mean, whatever you want to do.
Pepper.
Everything.
Yep.
Yes.
Get
Like a
creative.
little flatbread pizza.
Yeah, like a little frapper.
Get creative, but be prepared.
Yeah.
And that's why I like everything I've seen so far, and I couldn't wait to get home with Manny's melting pot is because you got options. You can switch it up.
Absolutely.
You try one thing and you could have the same thing with a whole different dish and it would go.
And that's the whole concept. You know, when we tell people we're Tex-Mex Cajun Fusion, they're kind of shocked because they see dishes they already know, but we give it that different flavor. Make sure you add the both flavors of Louisiana in there. Of course, the spices from Mexico and that southern heat from Texas, baby.
Come on,
Combo, baby.
Exactly.
Combo.
So we just want to add a little parsley, and that's really more for garnish than for taste.
Make it pretty.
Exactly. And you don't have to do parsley. You could do chives, dry chives, basil, oregano, thyme. So we just want to give it a little color. And then, of course, like I said, we want to give it that Texas heat. So we're going to get our crushed red pepper here. Ooh, we don't want to pour all that on there.
Anybody sensitive to spice?
No.
No.
I'm gonna take it to
Any
that.
dietary restrictions? There we go. Pop that right off.
Southeast Texas, Louisiana.
Good focus, right?
I know, right?
No, that's right.
If you ain't adding it, I don't want it.
Facts.
All right. So now that we have everything built and garnished, the only thing left to do is to try it.
Let's
There
go.
we go.
So we're finna
I
take.
want to dip mine into
Oh, yeah,
You can go marinara too.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, absolutely. So right here we just got some Rayo's homemade marinara. And of course, look who else we have in the house, the man behind them scenes.
The big dog.
Food ready.
Yeah.
Food ready. So I'm going to
Ryan Johnson himself.
slide in.
He shows up every time.
Every
Right when the
I know,
food
Right on time. Never late, but right on time.
Yes.
Let's go.
All right, so if everybody, I'm gonna let y'all get the first piece. I'll come in.
Yeah,
behind y'all.
ladies
I
first.
want this
Nicole.
big fat one right here.
Man, did my
And
guess.
then yeah, don't be shy, Mr. Kelly. Go ahead. Can I call you Blake or is it Mr. Kelly now?
Man.
Like that.
Just don't call me late.
I know, right?
Absolutely.
Rhino,
Absolutely, man. Let me try.
X, and then I'll grab on. Feel free to dip.
I like mine well done.
And be careful, it might be hot in the middle. All right, so there you got it. You have your, not your mama's cheesy bread. Ooh,
Yes,
that
yes.
cheese spoon. Cheese spoon.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving to
Yeah,
everybody.
happy Thanksgiving. Oh, yeah.
No double dipping,
Oh, look
y'all.
at that.
Why not? We
No.
family.
Look at that.
No double dipping.
Fact.
We're gonna get that big scoop.
I'm gonna use the little.
Yes,
I'm gonna garnish mine a little bit because y'all know I'm extra.
I want this for a meal.
And you see when you take
Oh
a
my
bite,
God.
the whole cheese is not pulling off the bread. You want that. That's why you want to go a little heavy from there. Just,
All right.
and I'm not going to.
My God, boy, I better put these hands on you. This is good right here, man.
Okay,
My
you get
God.
that.
I put my ankle in it behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's it.
That's why I got so much flavor.
Next game.
So I'm going to try with the marinara.
It is toasted to perfection.
It's toasted to where you can still chew it. You know, you can enjoy it. There's not just crumbs going
Not
everywhere.
breaking your teeth.
That's it right there.
If you ain't pulled up on Manny's, you missing out.
All right.
They gonna see it.
There you have it. Not your mama's cheesy bread. Feel free to get creative, play with it, use a different cheese, use a different season, or use what you have at home. This dish was inspired a couple days ago when I didn't feel like cooking nothing. I didn't feel like going out and getting nothing, and didn't feel like getting no delivery either. So I just looked around. I had a non-multi-grain bread with some whipped butter, of course the Asiago everything. Put it in the air fryer, and I was like, hey, I need to elevate this dish, and here we are elevating it, and I get to do it around amazing people.
This is a great after school snack.
Right? It really is. So it's even like she said, great after school snack for the kids. Or hey, you might want to make it on date night. You want to bring it to the Thanksgiving dinner. At the end of the day, you're gonna kill it. You bring this, you make this, you're gonna win. So taste the hype. We different, and remember, it's not just about the food. It's about the experience. Yeah.
Awesome stuff, man.
All right, so we have not your mama's cheesy bread. We'll soon start selling seats to the dining room table. That way you get to have the full experience of watching us cook the meal, prep the meal, and then plate the meal. And then voila, you get to enjoy the meal. So be on the lookout for that. We will announce that soon in the upcoming weeks to follow. So remember, if you want to come in on the experience to watch how we create the show, watch how we cook the food, watch how we plate it and present it, then hey, sign up now. It's not just about the food, it's about the experience.